He makes good players better, and that's always the mark of class. But there's something else about him, Becca, that I really like. He's humble. He's giving to his teammates. And we've seen situations where, after games, he doesn't just talk about himself and Pogba. I think it was against Brighton. He said, my other teammates, Matic does a great job. Green was a lovely finisher. And so that humility and that giving to his team has added another dimension to United. And what I would say is, United... Earlier in the season, there used to be a thought where pack it in, go deep, and they won't be able to break you down. He's brought creativity. He can find the clever pass. He can play 1-2s. He can unlock a door that United couldn't do before he came to the football club.
There was a moment I know you've picked out from a few matches ago, a bit about the giving side of Bruno Fernandes when he seemed to give a penalty to Marcus Rashford.
Fernandes has taken 3 penalties, scored 3 goals, but Rashford's been on 14 goals for a while, hadn't scored in Project Restart. They have a conversation. He says to Marcus Rashford, on you go, get your goal, it's important for you. That's somebody who's not just thinking about himself in his goals and assists. That's somebody who's thinking about his team and his teammates, and that's so important at Manchester United.
Yeah, and thinking about the long term, because if Marcus Rashford does well, then arguably everybody does well. If you're a Villa fan today, how nervous are you?
I think you're extremely nervous because you're facing what you know is the best team in the Premier League in terms of form right now. I mean, Liverpool, you know, for obvious reasons, not at their best. Manchester City at their best, but had a little slip up against Southampton. And if you look at this side and you look at Pogba back fit and healthy and talking about potentially signing a new deal, and he's never enjoyed football as much as he's enjoying it now, you're sitting there saying, well, great, you picked us, you know, at this point to be at your best. And just to go back real quick on the Bruno thing, you know, you're seeing what looks like a Manchester United team, and one of the things that makes Bruno so important is let's list the players that have come there recently and not been able to do what he's doing. Di Maria, I mean, who, off of an incredible World Cup. Memphis Depay was supposed to be one of the best in the world at that point, a rising star. I mean, Alexis, you know, it's quite remarkable. And then players that did work out. Cristiano Ronaldo wasn't great when he first got there and became a legend. So Bruno all of a sudden fits everything together when Pogba comes back. Now it's the Manchester United Pogba wanted to join initially. So Aston Villa fans, I'm sorry, it's going to be a tough day.
It does feel like the Bruno acquisition, and often in January they're not always that impactful. But it feels like this has been the missing piece that United have looked for since Sir Alex Ferguson left.
It feels like the juggernaut is starting to get some real speed, Rebecca. And I think between now and the end of the season for Manchester United is prep. Yes, it's about finishing top 4. Yes, it's about trying to go far in the competition. But this is prepping for next season. This is about a summer of adding a little bit more quality in terms of depth. But this Manchester United team being saying maybe they won't win the title, but they should be in there fighting for one.
OK, interesting and exciting times for Manchester United fans. When we come back, we'll be back.